Hi guys, this is Patrick for ScreenStudio, and tonight, again, I released a new version of ScreenStudio which is now 0.9.1. Two major modifications I made in this version. It should be like 0.10, but I kept 0.9. Basically, I'm gonna show it to you right now. So let's open another instance of ScreenStudio. And as you can see, the layout of the display has changed a lot. The thing is, there were too many options to put in the main display, so I kind of split everything into 3 tabs. So everything related to your stream, change a few labels here and there, everything related to your overlays, so what I called banners, so your title and subtitle, the banner of your choice, and your sources are configured on the last tab where you set the screen you want at the frame rate, the size, the webcam you want to use, the size of the webcam to capture the webcam, and the delay that you can apply on the webcam. Oh, that's new. Yes. In 0.9.1, I had an issue with my webcam. I don't know why, but the audio, the webcam and the audio were not in sync. The display and the audio were in sync, but not the webcam. There was a slight delay, probably because of my driver for my webcam. So I discovered that by applying a small delay, in my case, subtracting 0.3 seconds would make the stream perfectly synced for the webcam and also for the display with the audio. And as you can see right now, it does work quite well. So that's how you configure your webcam if the webcam is not in sync with the display and the audio. Another thing I changed is the output. So now instead of choosing a kind of that's a big modification. Instead of choosing the format you want to export, because I've kind of discovered that people were capturing their screen resolution is not perfectly fit for any format. So basically, when you want to upload to YouTube or broadcast live using RTMP, they're gonna ask you to support 200 pixel in height, or 360 or 480 or 720 or 1080p. So what I do is, okay, select the format you want to have, and I'm gonna calculate the ratio to make it look good, so the recording or the broadcast won't be stretched in one way or another depending on the display of your computer. So original is no resizing at all, as I'm currently using. And if you want to resize, then choose one of the format, and it will make things a lot easier to choose the format, the output format you want to use. And also there is the bitrate. Another thing I did previously in previous versions of ScreenStudio, I kind of let the users export or record in any file format. That was giving me a problem that if you ever choose something, a format that I don't have the right options for, you may end up actually not able to record locally. So after a lot of investigation, I kind of discovered that recording in FLV, a format suitable to upload to your video to YouTube's, encoded in H.264 and with the audio of with MP3 instead of AAC, the stress on the CPU is much lower, and the quality is amazing. Just increase your bit rate. I set it to 9,000, but actually it's actually much lower than that. If I look here at the one that is currently recording, sometimes it does show. I need to fix that. I kind of made a little tweak that the oh, maybe that's the other one I'm seeing. No? Okay, let's click on it. It should show up. It was working previously. I don't know why it's not showing up, but the stress on the CPU is much lower, and it will be easier actually to support your output. So I've made configuration for the video format to be FLV, which is compatible with uploads to YouTube, and also to broadcast live or with RTMP to Ustream, Twitch TV. I made a test tonight with broadcasting to Twitch TV, and it was working perfectly with that configuration. So from now on, ScreenStudio will only support FLV format to export and nothing else. So forget about AVI, forget about MKV or things like that. Everything will be in FLV because it will be much easier to figure out the proper parameters and configuration to use. Okay, another thing I did. I know some of you like to tweak. In your home directory, like that, if you create a folder, mk .ScreenStudio, if you create it, the next time you will launch ScreenStudio, I'm gonna stop this one, and like that. The next time you launch ScreenStudio, it will copy the configuration file used to interact with the avcomp command line. So if you go into cd.screenstudio, see the file is there. If you cat on this, that's not a word, you'll have the complete configuration that I'm using. And if you keep that file there, you can tweak it to your liking. So you can modify it. Instead of using the default one, it will use that file in that folder. If you want to revert back to the default one, just delete the .screenstudio folder, or just delete the command.properties file. ScreenStudio will put the default one back and will use the default. But you have access to override the default settings for ScreenStudio, and I haven't documented quite the format I'm currently using, as I'm using tokens in there to put the proper frame rate and stuff like that. But if you want to have fun, just tweak that file, and if you find something that works much better with your setup, then share with us in the community. So basically, ScreenStudio 0.9.1 is kind of focusing on the FLV format for a proper recording of files locally that will be eventually uploaded to services like YouTube, or to stream directly with RTMP to YouTube Live, Ustream, or Twitch TV. And I won't talk about any other kind of format, as this is not the goal of ScreenStudio to transcode all kind of movies and stuff like that. FLV format will be the default format for ScreenStudio from now on, and it will be a lot easier to support also. Okay, so you want to get ScreenStudio. There's one thing you can do: double click on ScreenStudio, and your browser will show up on the default web page of ScreenStudio. As you can see right now, the new version is currently available. If you click here, download the jar, copy the jar on your desktop, make sure the executable bit is checked, so you'll be able to execute it. And if you want to download the latest source, just look at the bottom and all the source is there. You can join us also on our G+ community called ScreenStudio and leave your comment here or any suggestions or your videos in the video category. Please make sure that you're actually doing videos with ScreenStudio because that's what we want to see, what you're doing with ScreenStudio. And on a final note, Linux Action Show did talk about ScreenStudio a few days ago. I put the video in the community. I was quite thrilled to see that Matt Hartley and Chris Fisher took some time to talk about my new project. So thank you guys. I really appreciate the exposure you're giving my new project. And have a look at the show they're doing. It's great. Everything related to Linux, and you have all kind of news, and they're funny also. So that's the community you can join on G+, and you can download from the website screenstudio.crumbs.com. I think Chris and Matt from Linux Action Show were wondering, how do we pronounce crumbs? Actually, the Z is like the S. It's not Crumsy, it's Crumbs. But who cares? You know the website. Have fun and enjoy that new version of ScreenStudio 0.9.1. A new feature will be added eventually. That's why I reworked the layout a little bit, because eventually I'll add more buttons and fields, and it was getting a little bit too tight to put new stuff in there. So hope you enjoyed. Leave your comments below, share with your friend, thumbs up, and thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting ScreenStudio, and also don't forget to have a look at Webcam Studio, now maintained by Carl Ellis. That's it for tonight. Hope you enjoyed that little tour. See you another time. Bye.